To avoid capture by the Germans, the group of Jews refurbished an old train, painting Nazi insignia on the front and sewing several German military uniforms. They decided to disguise themselves as high-ranking German officers and pretend to be transporting Jews to a concentration camp, all while secretly planning to escape to Palestine. After traveling 25 kilometers, they received an urgent telegram. Soviet forces had planted TNT explosives on the tracks 2 kilometers ahead. The driver immediately slammed on the brakes, stopping the train. As they discussed their next move, a German train appeared from the opposite direction. The two trains were about to collide when the German train swiftly switched tracks, narrowly avoiding disaster, with danger averted. The Jews examined a map and decided to take a detour to avoid the explosives. They altered their route and headed toward the Caucasus, aiming to reach Palestine. However, they soon encountered German forces. Military dogs barked loudly, and machine guns were ready to fire. The Jews were terrified. At this critical moment, the Jews disguised as Germans stepped out of the train, holding forged passes, speaking fluent German. They convinced the German soldiers guarding the tracks that they were indeed Germans. The soldiers let them pass, allowing the entire train of Jews to escape. The train continued its journey toward the Caucasus, and by the next morning, the Jews disembarked to relieve themselves. One elderly man, who was severely nearsighted, mistook the German soldiers in the distance for fellow Jews and walked straight into their hands. The Germans immediately captured him and took him back to their camp. One of the old man's companions saw what happened and rushed to inform the others. To rescue the elderly Jew, they devised a bold plan. They drove the train directly to a German camp. Continuing their disguise as German officers, they demanded the release of the old man. The German captain, startled, saluted them, and the Jews accused him of possibly protecting Jews, fearing for his position. The German captain quickly handed over the elderly man. With the release of their comrade, the Jews resumed their journey.